cool. Yeah. All right, yeah. Yo, welcome back to the Lum LaL show. I am your host, Lal.
And it's your boy, Pharaoh Lum.
And you already know what it is. Thank you for joining us again for another injection of introspection. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step to.
Yep.
Been too long.
Ficky.
It's been a couple weeks. A lot has happened. We've been digesting a lot of the current events. We've been talking to each other about a lot of the things that have been happening, and I feel like there are some things that we want to just cover from a 30,000 foot view and just wrap it up.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think that based upon what everyone was excited about and what we were excited about, I think a first thing to wrap up and to give our final opinion, you know, the judge's gavel on is the Kendrick versus Drake.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. Let's get into it.
What a battle. Clap it up for these gentlemen first off.
Yeah, clap it up.
What a battle. What a battle. What a go of things.
And I was very surprised by how much of a fight Drake put up. I really didn't expect much from him, to be honest. I don't like old Drake. A lot of the women, they enjoy all of Drake. To me, I just started liking Drake within the last 3 years.
Yeah.
3 or 4 years, because that's when he started, like Kendrick said on the song, you hit up Future when you couldn't get the club, and 21 gave you street cred. I like the street cred Drake. Yeah. I like the 21 Savage project, all the like rapping hard, no friends in the no friends in the industry. I like that Drake.
Yeah, motherfuckers
like
never loved us.
Marvin's Room.
Remember?
I don't like that shit.
Yeah.
So I was surprised at how much that he put up. But I would say this. My question is, where does music, or where does hip hop, where does rap go from here? Like, I feel that there is a shift now in what can be commercially acceptable. But I also feel like there's a shift in what people might feel like they have to put out now.
I don't know where rap would go from here, like as far as where it's going to go, but I do feel very, very strongly that there is pressure from higher ups in the industry for people to start beefs now because of what the attention and the money that is generated.
Because
I think it would be a bad look.
We've never had in my opinion, we've never had a lack of beef in rap.
Yeah.
Have you heard these little nigga songs? They smoking on Tay-Tay.
It's crazy.
They smoking on
grandmoms. They hitting grandmoms at the funerals. I was like, not grandma. When I first heard that shit, I'm like,
on the corner where niggas died at.
Yeah.
The
grave site
type shit.
With the tool, it is ugly out here.
There's enough beef. I don't think we need more beef. And I wouldn't say that what they had was beef.
And we don't need beef from people who is not, because I had to explain this to my dad a lot, even with a lot of different things. We don't need beef from people where it's going to be more than two people exercising their pen and exercising their craftsmanship and lyrical swordplay. If you can't keep it on songs, like, we don't need beef from little dudes in the street with guns who actually have beef. Like,
no,
you know we don't need that at all. And there's not too many other people.
Death.
Like, yeah.
We don't need death. We need
we need art
and aggression to meet.
We need art and competition.
That's it.
Art and competition.
We don't need death.
We don't need that.
People think confrontation is always death.
We can't get into it. Like, everything's not even that serious. Like, when you really you go through like serious shit with people who want to do serious things to you, after a minute you realize like everything ain't that serious all the time. So people be mad at you about certain shit and they think it's an issue. I mean, why does it gotta automatically be an issue because like you mad at me? Like, you not mad at me? Like, if you're not mad at me, it don't really gotta be no issue. Just tell me when you see me. Like, it don't really have to be, and then maybe we can solve it, we can figure some shit out, we can talk it out, we can fist fight, we can do whatever. People just let their issues boil because everybody just has communication issues and they have pride issues all the time, so they just let issues boil over instead of trying to address it like men when something pops up. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then you get these little dudes who are so deep in the beef that there ain't no really pulling them back out because 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of their homies done died in the last 10 years, and then their neighborhood's been into it since they've been little kids and they live there, and there ain't no. It's hard to talk to a little dude and be like, yo, you should stop beefing. Like, what are you talking about? I got 15 friends. They all in the same gang. My ops is up the street. I walk to school. I see them in school. You know what I'm saying? You just like, yo, you should stop and make songs about. It's like, that's unrealistic. So I definitely feel like I don't. But it's a hard sell because I don't want them to make songs about killing each other. But it's nice to know that they got. Hopefully some of them actually have the opportunity to make music and go.
For me, I don't care about people making songs about killing each other only because when I say I don't care about it, that's not what I mean. What I mean is I don't have a taste for it, and the reason why is because
me either.
I'm looking for the art.
Yeah.
I'm looking for the music.
Yeah.
The reason why this particular back and forth was interesting is because it also gave us good music.
Excellent music, yeah.
Now, when somebody just back and forth and it's a bunch of like nursery rhymes and it's, you know, I'm gonna do this and the nigga rap op and cop and stop and drop 35 times in a song and it's just like I don't really care for that. Yeah. Like that's whatever. That's just, you know, that's just what comes with a motherfucker that wants to rap to get out the hood. Because a lot of people rap to get out the hood, which is fine. But what happens is when people see that something can be viable, it always attracts people that have no quality to offer to the thing. Yeah. No matter what it is. Yeah. Think about crypto. Yeah. Think about, you know what I mean, like Uber. Yeah. How many like when Uber first dropped, you know, you had to have Uber dropped in maybe like 2013, 2014. You had that your car had to be 2008 or newer, and it had to do. You had all these stipulations, and you had to be like this. Now anybody can drive a motherfucking Uber. Yeah, and anybody does drive Uber. I got in the Uber, motherfucker wasn't even clean, and all she and she kept asking me if I knew Jesus and shit. And I'm like, man, please, like, hey, yo. I am in a Uber. Stop trying to spread your personal life to me. And your car ain't clean. Do you know Jesus? Your car dirty as hell. I'm telling you, like. That was a strange situation.
Yeah, but I do think, even though it's like, I definitely see that perspective. It's just tough though because I do feel like hip hop flourishes at the highest level with competition because that is the thing that separates us from every other genre.
That's how it started.
Yeah, hip hop is the closest genre, the closest art genre, the closest music genre you're ever going to get to a sport. You know what I mean?
Some of the great
and the best to me, the best thrills I ever had was battles in certain situations I didn't think I was going to be in. Those were the best like thrills, like being out of town and not knowing you going battle. You know what I mean? Like we've had a couple. B's been with me when I battled a couple different times and shit. Like and just knowing you not going battle and having to step into the place like y'all battle right now and then having that level of competition going against somebody and then afterwards being like, yo, you was all right. I kind of, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I was kind of on your head and nigga being like, fuck out of here. You wasn't on, you know what I'm saying? And being able to have that dialogue, I feel like that's really what's missing in rap. And that's why I want to say, like, I wanted to say all that before I say this next thing because I feel like it gets confused with me talking about them dudes in the street. Like, niggas are soft as fucking music. Like, they just want to be fake friends. Niggas is mad that all this shit happened with Kendrick and all them. Like, y'all are mad because these niggas were fake liking each other for fucking years and all of a sudden they had to stop faking and liking. Did you want to keep hearing these fake ass DJ Khaled fucking We Are the World songs? I didn't. Yeah. You think I believe any of these niggas liked each other before this?
That's fact.
You think I thought Future and Drake were brothers?
Yeah.
You think I thought Future and Drake were brothers? Did you think Future and Drake? I'm sorry if you thought Future and Drake were brothers and you were hurt. I apologize. I'm sorry that you feel that way. You are very fucking naive. These niggas do not like each other. They use each other all the time. I feel like this is the realest the game been in a minute because these niggas are saying how they felt for years. Yeah. The shit that Nav and The Weeknd said, they wanted to say for years. Yeah. The shit that Drake said about them niggas, he wanted to say for years. The shit that Kendrick said, he wanted to say for years. Let the truth be as it will. You know what I mean?
And the thing about hip hop is that hip hop.
Yeah, Chris and Quavo wanted to say that shit for years. Let it rock. If you really felt some type of way and it's not random left. Now, some of y'all niggas are randomly just trying to eat off other people's plates and y'all are strange. Some of y'all bigger rappers are strange. Niggas didn't have no beef with a nigga at all. You just come out left field and I ain't gonna say niggas' names. No, I don't want to say nobody's name. Because I don't like the rapper at all. And if I start, I'm going to start having multiple podcasts. No, I ain't talking about Rick Ross.
Oh, I could, yeah. Cause
it's just weird. And niggas be doing weird, niggas just do weird shit in their persona. Like, to me, it's like, you don't have no beef with a nigga. You can clear, like, you think
I know you talking
like, you think we don't see you, nigga. You think niggas can't tell that you trying to eat off a nigga's plate. You think niggas can't tell the difference between when a nigga had an issue with a nigga and he's trying to settle it because it seems like beef is in the air, and the difference between somebody who had no issue with a nigga and is trying to come eat off of the excitement and the attention from an event. I feel like that shit's corny and y'all fuck shit up. Y'all niggas who make fake AI songs and shit, y'all are corny as hell.
Fake AI songs was crazy.
Corny. The real AI song was corny from Drake too. All that AI shit's corny. All that AI shit's corny. Especially with artists that ain't here no more.
Yeah, and
especially with artists that ain't here no more.
Too. There's a cease
that
and
is
desist.
Even so, just the
Tupac's estate wasn't having it.
The goal. The goal.
I'm surprised we didn't hear more from Snoop Dogg on it, but I'm also not because I think Snoop Dogg know, like, yo, I'm not I'm not about to be publicly involved in none of this shit.
Yeah,
so.
I think probably was talks behind the scene. I seen him crip walking and not like us and shit, but he was going to do that regardless. He's from the West Side, so I don't, I think he's probably was just like, he probably disapproved of it and shit. But I don't think Snoop wants anybody using. I mean, Snoop Dogg, more than anything, even if you want to go beyond the purity of hip hop thing and the fact that Tupac is his friend. So if he don't feel some type of way about himself, I can promise you, if he don't say it publicly, he feels some type of way about somebody reanimating his dead friend and using the vocals. Like, there ain't no way you can get away with that with me, just on an artistic standpoint, if you just use my homie.
And he really thought that was going to be the kill shot.
That's the thing.
He thought that was going to be the kill shot.
That was the one thing that I was
and that's his least talked about this.
Yeah.
But I think overall, this is what I think the aftermath of it is. And not just talking about them two. I'm talking about like the game. Too, yeah. So hip hop is the only music genre that is more like a fighting sport than anything else. And the reason why is because when hip hop started, it literally started as, not literally started, but soon after its inception, it became groups of MCs and DJs battling groups of MCs and DJs, right? And dancers. Sure. And it was always competition. Who had the best graffiti, who had the best breaks, who had the best rhymes, who had the best outfit, who had
DJ
the best
battles and shit.
You know what I mean? Who picked the most obscure record and flipped it? Like it's always a competition. And so for people to be given out, and this is a thing in greater society, the whole everybody gets a trophy thing. That's just some bullshit, bro. Yeah. Everybody don't get a trophy.
Everybody don't fucking get a trophy.
Everybody don't get a trophy, bro.
It's fine, bro. Everybody don't get a trophy.
And it's fine for everybody not to get a trophy. And I think that we try to stop people from having competition because a few things. Number one, we think that it's not nice for someone to feel bad. How else do you grow? Imagine for a second that so I got a garden growing down the street, right? Yeah. Imagine for a second that you're a seed, and you're planted. Mm-hmm. If seeds, which they do, could experience emotions, what do you think the emotion would be like being in a dark place, reaching for the sunlight? Do you think seeds are fucking happy? I don't think seeds are. I think seeds are full of anxiety and anxious, and they're trying to break free.
Yeah, I feel like seeds are like the oodles and noodles stage of a plant.
Crazy. What you mean?
That's like the struggle phase.
The struggle phase. Fact. That's like no, because I say that because I say that because I think so. Growth only happens at the edge of uncomfortability. It's real. So for you to always be trying to make people comfortable, you are caging them in stagnation. Like you're not really allowing them to grow, whether it's a whole genre or if it's an individual. So always trying to be like, oh, it's not nice. Oh, the women and children weren't spared in this battle. Okay, nigga, I ain't hear y'all say nothing when he said, nigga, when Tupac said, nigga, fuck your clique, what he say? Fuck your bitch and all that other shit.
Fuck your bitch and the clique you claim.
Nigga, like, you know what I mean? Going crazy. I didn't hear no commentary on that. That's one of the greatest disses of all time, right?
Nas called Jay a dick riding F-word.
A dick riding F-word.
Yeah, we're not going to say that and have you two take our shit down. Ha ha, you thought.
We already said it.
You thought we was going to get flagged.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like.
I think that people were like so eager to be like, this is too much, guys. And it's just like, bro, shut up. Like, all right, for example, when I see kids getting into it, like if it's a one-on-one, naturally I always move to stop it. But there's always something in me that wonders if I should stop it. I know this sounds crazy, but listen though.
I thought you were about to be like, I just let them get it in and see who wins.
Well, sometimes I feel like they should fight.
Yeah.
And the reason why I feel like that is because I have averted entire situations because I fought one person and then there was respect after that.
Yeah.
There was like, yo, like, damn, you was the only one that would fight me. Like, everybody else was scared of me. Like, yo, I rock with you. And it was cool. There was a situation where I got into a fight with somebody who was kind of like the school bully. We was in breakfast. Came to breakfast, sat down. This man walked up to me like, yo, you in my seat. I always sit here. Bro, this is a big ass calf, bro. Classic. And there's like the next person sitting next to me is like 7 seats down. Like I'm over here dolo. Yeah. I gotta get up for you? Man, whatever, bro.
Yeah, you can't get up.
So we started tussling, we started scrapping. That was years later. I'm walking through a neighborhood that I'm from. I'm walking through but I don't be in a certain section. And I'm with somebody else who's from a different neighborhood. And they like some cats run down on him. Like so he's not my man's, but he's live across the street from me. We just was like, yo, like what you doing? Boom, we walked down the street. They run down on him like heavy. Like I got a cast on. I just got my cast off that day. Leg was freshly broke. You know what I mean? So running is not an option.
Yeah.
They run down on him. Like, yo, you from over there,
You from over there.
You from over there.
Black people's crazy. You from across the street?
You from over there. Look though.
Black people was wild.
There's like 4 or 5 of them. And then another one come up on the bike. It's the school bully from years ago. He's like, oh, no, he good. He cool. What's up? I was like, what's up? We dab each other, boom, boom. He cool. Yeah. But this nigga. And then when they turned to get on him, he broke. Yeah. He ran, right? Yeah. So he running. They end up catching him, beating his ass.
Yo, but this nigga.
But look, he went. But this is now I'm giving you extra details. Then he went to his raise and told his raise that I let him get beat up. Now hold on, brother. You ran on me though.
Yo,
you took off. Me. He really took off before he even seen me get embraced.
Yeah.
He didn't know what was gonna happen to me.
Yeah.
He took off.
Yeah.
And told his raise that I left him.
Yo, I just want to say where you from? Era in Pittsburgh.
Ooh, that was sick.
That
was a sick era. I would say it just ended. I would say it ended. I would say the last time that was an era.
I don't know if it is. These young niggas might be doing it still.
I would say it ended in 2012. I would say it ended in 2012. Nowadays, bro, with social media, niggas know where you from.
They should.
They know where you from.
But yet again,
we ain't had social media.
Yet again, that made us stronger, right?
Yeah.
Going through those things, and you were saying about, you know what I'm saying, like that's why you might want to let the kids fight.
That's what I'm saying, like because
no, it definitely
honestly
helps.
though, but young men are, for example, I think that when we talk about toxic masculinity. And I think that is really a lack of masculine, a lack of testosterone. It's not the overabundance of masculine traits. It's not too much testosterone. It's the fact that our children and our men are not truly matriculating through manhood and masculinity. That's what I think. Toxic masculinity comes from weak men trying to fill the gap between them and manhood with all this extra shit. You know what I mean? And so what ends up happening is you get people that wear their masculinity overtly outside of them, and they're trying to like everybody to death. And it happens in music, but it happens with our kids a lot too, because when you think about it, all right, what do our kids eat? You know, not to get too deep. They eat a lot of foods that kill testosterone. They eat a lot of breads. They eat a lot of processed shit. Number one. Number two, what do? They be on screens all day, every day. I've seen kids. Man, a girl from my school went to the prom. She was like, "Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm supposed to be meeting the boy I'm going to prom with, but we don't never talk. We don't never say nothing." I'm like, so wait, you going to a prom with a boy that will never talk to you? I was like, he got your number? She was like, yeah. He's like, so she's like, he'll text me, but we in person, he'll never say nothing. I was like, dude, he got a dad? She was like, yeah. I was like, his dad need to handle that.
Yeah.
Let me find out my son is going to a prom with a girl that he don't talk to in person.
Yeah, no, wrong.
We gonna have a whole sit down.
No, wrong.
We have a whole discussion.
Wrong old heads be a lot to blame for a lot of shit. Because there ain't no way my dad would be making fun of me like crazy. Anytime there was a situation where I wasn't handling something with a girl,
but he held you down in the barbershop. He held you down in the barbershop.
That was the only time.
He held you down in the barbershop, bro.
Once I got older, I was a kid. Once I got older, my dad ain't have no mercy and shit. I remember he was looking at my videos. My dad was like, "Yo, look. You don't got no girls in your video." How you got no girls in your video? Look at this shit. Look right here. What's your boy doing? My dad don't have no mercy with stuff like that, but especially how I treat women, he never played about stuff like that for being able. He would have asked me off top. If I would have said, like, I'm going to prom with a girl, and I would have told her I ain't talked to her since, he'd have been like, dude, what are you doing? What's wrong with you? Yeah. Like, what's wrong with you?
The social skills, I think, are lacking. And so when we bring it back to the music, it shows. Yeah. Like what are masculine traits in hip hop music right now? It's murder, it's
neck tattoos.
And I understand there's no facet of masculinity that exists across the spectrum
gang membership
of beings. I don't care if you a spider, motherfucker. All masculine beings do have a need to procreate and a need to have sexual interactions with multiple women, but the level that it has gotten to now is that you're not a man, or you're not being represented masculine unless you like fucking on somebody else's girl, or like unless you know what I mean. Like I was just watching Ballers, and one of the characters got killed because he got into a whole argument with a nigga about his girlfriend. But that's real shit though. Yeah, man. He felt like he had more money. He felt like the shorty was bad. He felt like if he showed interest, she should immediately leave the nigga that she's with and come with him. Yeah. And because she wasn't having it and he wasn't having it, it turned into a shootout.
Yeah, these niggas don't know how to take rejection. They don't know how to take a lot of shit, and it's hard because I feel like that toxic masculinity. It's also it's weird, man. Because when I see people, like I put a status up on Facebook the other day, and it was just a thought, and I didn't really think a lot of people was going to agree with it, but a lot of people ended up agreeing with it, and it was just like, yo, I don't want to be around no nigga who use the term alpha male on a daily basis
at all.
If it is in your daily vocabulary,
I swear, brother. Every
day, if there's an everyday, now if you just randomly and you talking about some shit like if you I don't know, you study wolves or something. No. That's about the only time. If you a wolfologist, nigga.
That's it.
That's about the only time I want to hear you talk about alpha males and shit like that.
No, because
I really hate that. I'm tired of it. It's just so weird because I feel like these niggas just always tell like they have some shit to compensate for. I had people sending me these stop sending me these weak ass topics. Talk about talk about how women nowadays don't listen, nigga. I don't know what to tell you. I'm 34 years old, and as far as I know, whatever weak-ass definition y'all have of submission from women, I have always had. I have never had a woman who didn't like me enough to want to do X, Y, and Z for me, because I'm always going to do X, Y, and Z for them. If you never had a woman who wanted to do some shit for you, cook for you, whatever, nigga, you're strange. That's an inner problem. There's way too many girls over here. It's crazy to say. Never in your life, as a 30-year-old man, you want to have a conversation about what women aren't submitting. I don't even understand what that is. I've had plenty of relationship problems in my life. But I can name any one. I can name plenty of reasons my relationships have ended. Never one time in my wildest dreams did a relationship end because a woman wasn't submissive enough. And I just don't understand why y'all niggas keep wanting this in the fucking in the dialogue.
This is the interesting
I don't understand
thing
why we got to keep bringing this up in podcasts.
I found about like the different type of like masculine types, right? So there's a bunch of types. I mean, there's a bunch of names, blah, 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 blah. The one thing I found interesting.
Masculine types?
Yeah, like alpha male, beta male, sigma male,
omega
male.
What's a sigma
male? You might as well go the whole motherfucking alphabet. Theta male.
What's a sigma male?
Beta.
Sigma male's got to go to the store and get the blunts when you about to smoke.
I don't know, bro. But this is the thing, bro. Because we had us a blunt runner too.
Yeah, go to the store. Us a blunt runner. Everybody has a blunt runner. Shout out to them.
But this is the thing, though.
Somebody gotta go.
This is the thing that I've come to realize.
Somebody gotta go.
The people that we assume to be alpha males. Let me break it down like this. The interesting thing about the world that we live in is it's not controlled by alpha males. Look at any trillionaire. Are they a fucking alpha male?
No, they definitely don't look like. When I think of trillionaires and billionaires, when I look at them and I picture, I definitely don't like.
Look at Bill Gates. Look at Steve Jobs. Yeah. Look at Donald Trump.
I'm talking about Zuck though. Zuck been in that MMA. Zuck, you know what I'm saying? He got the
recently.
He put some weight on.
Recently, when he got his bread, he wasn't giving masculine. You know, it wasn't looking like that. It was looking like you can get beat the fuck up.
Real shit.
And that's fine because anybody can get beat the fuck up. But it wasn't looking like you would hold your own. You know, because
like he would go to you know what I mean.
Yeah,
like he's the blunt runner.
So
100% go to
that's one thing. The second thing is that a lot of men who present themselves as alpha males are usually the underlings for someone smarter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we think, you might, like, for example, a Marine, right? Marine gives alpha male for a lot of people. Like, it's like, you know, you're hard, badass, you know, you're mentally tough, and but they really just follow orders, though. Yeah. They really just do whatever the fuck somebody tells them to do.
Yeah. And
not to shit on them because that's what the army, that's what the military's for.
You don't want to shit on them.
No, my dad was a Marine.
Yeah.
My dad was a Marine.
For sure.
He was
but
like,
say,
but this is the thing I understood though. Right. After he left the Marines, he didn't have direction for himself.
Yeah.
He had all this aggression and all this, but he didn't have self-direction.
Yeah, it's tough to get that self-direction back, especially when you're in active combat. You know, I seen that with my homie. Luckily, he came back, and he's one of the more miraculous cases because, you know, he comes back and he's probably went through his shit, but now he's, you know what I'm saying, doing his thing. Good job, takes good care of his family,
It
great
takes
father.
a lot to break the idea that someone is directing your life.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like even when you watch any parable or any story, like all right, David versus Goliath, right? Goliath wasn't a king; he was a fucking soldier. Yeah. Goliath was, he was the big and bad motherfucker, but he wasn't like the king of the land. You know what I mean? Like the alpha males are usually the first people to die, and they're the first people to die so someone else can get information on how something should be. Like, for example, when we send people out to die, our country, any country, they send the alpha males.
Yeah, it's a beta male sending them.
They send them out. Yeah. They send them out to die as pawns so they could play this chess game. And so the thing that I realize is that in order to be truly like masculine, you have to have a high level of awareness and intellectual ability, with also, you know, like keeping your body together and all this and all that. But when I always think about terms, I always think about it in terms of zombie apocalypse. You know what I mean? I don't think the zombie apocalypse is ever gonna happen. I hope it don't. But if it do happen, I'm as close to ready as I can be right now.
Yeah,
this is the reason why I think about it like this. Zombie apocalypse pops off. Who are you following? Are you gonna follow the guy that has, you know, he got like 5 or 6 guns, he got guns to spare, and he's just gung-ho, doesn't really have plans, but he's just ready to do some shit? Or are you going to follow the guy that maybe only got 1 rifle, but got farmland, knows how to collect rainwater and clean it, and has the ability to build shelter?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm fucking with you, bro. Yeah. You know how to plant food, clean water, and build shelter? Yeah. I'm fucking with you. I don't need to be over here running through the Walmart trying to get canned goods with this crazy nigga over here. That's how I think about.
The thing with me is I'm running with dude because I'm crazy enough by myself. If it comes down to it, I've already put myself in zombie apocalypse mode multiple times.
How do you put yourself?
And I'm telling everybody. Listen,
no, it does motivate me through life, bro.
I'm just saying.
In fact, I've been ready. I have a couple different.
It might happen.
It's not like I'm stocked. I'm not Bill off of motherfucking Last of Us or nothing. Yeah. But I definitely think about collecting things that would help in a worst case scenario. Yeah. Okay. You know what I mean? Because I think to not think about that is a little crazy to me. It's a little insane because people are built off the thought process that everything will always be okay. Yeah. Everything will always grocery stores are actually very strange things when you really think about it. Like, how does food even happen? Food happens because people plant it. Mm-hmm. Food happens because people raise animals. Food happens because people go out and pick off the trees. Food doesn't happen because you walk into a fucking building and buy it in a package. Yeah. We are so used to that idea, though, that if someone takes it away from us, it's over.
You fucking up my life right now, bro.
No, but for real, though. Like, this is the shit I think about, bro.
My mom be saying that, too, because I be telling my mom, like, listen, I be trying to tell my mom about world affairs. I said, I be telling my mom, listen, mom, you know, Russia want to come back from all their old shit. I said, you know, China's trying to come back from all their old shit. President of Iran just died in a motherfucking helicopter crash. You got to be World War III. We like 2-3 bad decisions away from everything breaking out. I was just trying to tell her. She was like, I don't want to hear about that. That's what she be telling me. But, you know.
And actually, world wars are so stupid, though, because, like, I feel like countries are strange things, too, because really, it's all about the family and an extended family. Yeah. What's a country? Like, what is that, though? You mean to tell me somehow I'm strangely tied to people that are 600 miles away from me and we all got rep the same set? Right. That's crazy to me.
It's almost like a sub-religion.
Yeah. You know, it is.
Everything.
Nationalism,
to be honest,
is a religion.
Everything is a sub-religion when you think about it. When you get under religion, hip-hop's a sub-religion.
Damn.
Sports fandom is a sub-religion. Right. Nationalism is a sub-religion. Statewide pride is a sub-religion. You think Alabama football ain't a sub? I've heard people. Listen, I've heard people sound very.
You know the saying. Just say the saying.
Roll Tide on that.
I don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide.
I don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide. That's what they be talking about on ESPN.
To get them Alabama followers.
Yeah, you know Alabama. I don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide. That's what they be saying. That they live and breathe. They cry and laugh based on what happens at schools. Like, so I feel like everything's almost.
That's so strange to me because most of them ain't never go to college.
A lot of them didn't. But that's all they got to root for. There ain't no protein. It's like how people feel here. I be hating.
If Alabama get a football team, they might rival the Steelers in fandom, bro.
Yeah.
Woo,
no,
instantly.
You know. I would.
Instantly.
No. You know why I would disagree?
Why?
Because I don't give a piss about nothing but the tide. Them people will be down there like, whatever. Maybe the new generation. Maybe the
but if they get a lot of Alabama players to play on the pro team, then it might carry it.
Yeah, if they get if they draft a bunch of the players, they probably can. I mean, there's a need because down there, that's where high school football is like crazy. That's where you go to them in like Texas. You go to stadiums that'll have 15,000 seats for high school games. Yeah. So like that's where football is like religion.
Now that I think about it, it's like the chicken and the egg thing, right? What came first, right? Countries or religion?
I believe
religion came first.
Religion came first
because religion is visible amongst animals. You know what I mean? Like, and people will say, "Oh, animals don't got religion." There's some animals that have special things they do with their dead. That's a consciousness of something greater than themselves. Yeah. That's religion.
Yeah. You know what's going. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I definitely feel like religion came. Even if you're talking in
something.
human terms, it came before because even the term country and all this, I feel like was like an Iron Age type of thing. But there was a wild shit was lands, regions, kingdoms. Yeah. You know what I mean? So countries probably, kingdoms and regions and plains and tribes and all that probably came before religion. Maybe. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I believe religion was super early, definitely before countries, I would say.
Yeah. I think that the first sentient beings immediately had a relationship with the world greater than themselves. And so I don't think that I honestly don't think religion is optional. I think that even atheists have religion. And the reason why I say that is most atheists, you ever talk to an atheist, most of their problem has nothing to do with the fact that they don't believe in God. It has something to do with the fact they don't believe in Christianity. Okay. Because a lot of them talk about, like, when they talk about why they are atheists, they talk directly to Christianity. Mm. And it's like, oh, you haven't tried enough. You haven't seen enough. You haven't done enough. You haven't really experienced enough to say whether you're truly atheist or not. You just know that you're not Christian. Yeah. And so you've adopted the identity of atheist. Like, a lot of atheists be like, well, I had this problem with the church. I had this problem with the church. Like, I get it, but, like, where else did you go?
So you said that's their religion. What's your definition of religion? I'm sorry to be...
No,
Because you said that was like an atheist, even they have a religion.
Yeah.
So your definition of religion is just like a collective...
Well, I think religion is a list of rules, dogmas, and thought processes that equate to a lifestyle. You know what I mean? But I think spirituality, spiritual awareness, the awareness of God is just something that's not really optional. Because even someone that might say, like, oh, I'm atheist, like, I'm not going to say a lot. I'm going to say I would assume that most atheists also never had a child or never watched their child be born. Because once you see a child be born and then tell me you don't believe in God. I got a couple homies that are
hardcore atheists, and they don't got kids. And I think it's a lot of them. I was about to say, I had a quote I was going to say, but I ain't going to say that because it's kind of wild. But I will say,
if it ain't going to get us banned, you might as well. It's up.
A lot more of the atheist women that I've met in my life have been a lot more in control, and most of the freaks that I've met in my life have been religious. And I feel like a lot of that is because when a lot of people are, even though, you know what I mean, I feel like I would dangle.
It's been backwards for me.
I feel like I would probably hang on somewhere in between. I'm not religious. I do believe in a higher power, so I'm definitely not atheist. But, you know what I'm saying, I do believe there is something higher than me, even if I don't necessarily subscribe to anybody's certain way of going about it. But I believe a lot of things with the atheists is they can kind of take the temptation out of their shit of the forbidden fruit and things that they're not supposed to or supposed to do. The lifestyle they live, a lot of times they're focused. Like, some people take religion and it helps them focus on a lifestyle because that forbidden fruit for them is like, all right, cool, I know what not to deal with. I know people who have religion. Like, I got family that the basis of how they live is religion, and they're probably the most financially well-off section of my family. But I feel like a lot of people, when they see religion, they see like the temptation of it. So it kind of puts an extra, when you're told, it's like a kid being told you can't do something. Like, an atheist doesn't believe there's someone up there telling them you can't have sex. So they're just like, I'll have sex whenever. But, a lot of people who have religious, when you have religious forever running through you, you still have that sense of forbidden fruit. So a lot of temptations and stuff, if you're not disciplined in your religion and you just believe, it just has a lot of people just succumbing to temptation all the time. Because naturally, when you're told as a person that you can't do something, you're going to get curious about it. So if you're not really, a lot of people are kind of halfway in and halfway out with religions. I feel like when you're halfway in and halfway out, because even if I don't necessarily believe what you believe in, I've seen people of all religious walks be able to use the structure of the religion to get ahead, if they know how, whether it be through the community or just the structure of the religion. But when you're halfway in and halfway out of a belief system, how I feel like most people who claim a religion are. I feel like it just puts an emphasis on the things that you can't do. And I feel like the difference between them and atheists is that it takes the temptation out of a lot of them things because they don't believe that there's a list of things that they're not supposed to do. Every decision that they make is just based on, okay, this is good for me, this is bad for me. It's interesting because I know people, obviously I have super religious people just in my family. My father's Muslim, my mother's Christian. I have friends that are atheists and stuff like that. So it's just interesting speaking to somebody who's actually, because my friend's atheist, he studied every religion in college, you know what I mean? He's like atheist after a period of study.
But that's also the thing though. Like a lot of people that I feel like arrive at atheism arrive there because of a logical decision. But I feel that to know something greater than yourself has nothing to do with intellectual. Not nothing. Right. I think that it is something that it resonates within you based upon the experiences that you've had and how you've interpreted them. And the thing for me is just like, all right, so let's break it down to a scientific level. We know that the base of everything is consciousness. Like, it's been proven that atoms respond differently when they know that they're being consciously viewed. Like, there was a test, and I'm not great with like always citing the test, but there was a test where they shot at a singular atom into the small box and watched the imprint that it left on the back of the box. And the back of the box imprint was in the form of a wave. And they were like, well, that doesn't make sense because it should be a small dot. And so then they put cameras in the box to watch the test, and every time they viewed it, it was a dot. When they took the cameras out and let it just be, it was a wave again when they went to go check. And they realized that the atom was responding to conscious thought. So literally, it has been proven, not necessarily widely accepted, but scientifically proven, that atoms collapse into a third dimension when they're being consciously viewed.
Just like Instagram models.
Yeah,
type
facts.
shit.
Yeah,
just like
that's
Instagram models.
Wild shit.
Exactly. Like
you know what I mean?
We do what atoms do.
Life imitate, as above, so below. Yeah. You know what I mean? Facts though,
that's
like
crazy.
So it's like
on all levels.
It's human nature that we are made up of atoms. You know what I mean?
And
so
to be honest,
when
that's
we're
why
being consciously viewed. We fix our shirt. We collapse into our third dimension. When you at home, you like some shit.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? Even though that's a scientific study, shit like that is why I could never fucking be atheist, because it's like, yo, we don't understand shit. I don't ever want to hear somebody telling me what's not. That's how I feel. I'm comfortable with not knowing and just spending the rest of my life trying to figure it out. Like, because I swear to God, we don't even understand nothing. There's so much shit that goes on in this world that we just like, yo, how'd that happen? Like, that is crazy. Just like Instagram models is crazy. Just like Instagram models is crazy. Oh yeah, so we going
That brings me over to hold on, we're gonna touch this real quick. This brings me over to the whole Terrence Howard shit. Yeah. Terrence Howard been booming and bunking on the net right now. Yeah. Just to briefly touch on it, if you haven't heard,
it's hard out here for a pimp.
Trying to get this money for the rent. You feel me? Like, Terrence Howard has 97 fucking patents. Mm-hmm. And the larger majority of them have to do with the larger majority of them have to do with what you would call I don't know what you would call them, but they're images, I would say, recreations, or not even recreations, they're images that show the negative space in the flower of life. Mm-hmm. So the flower of life, if you've ever seen it, the people who have interpreted it, the flower of life in the past, have superimposed the platonic solids on top of it, the squares, the dodecahedrons, all the other shit, the triangles. And he's saying that none of that actually comes out of the flower of life when you really look at the negative space for what it is. So basically, he has uncovered how things truly mesh together and form the reality that we live in. Yeah. But the more interesting thing, I think, is that Terrence Howard has a patent for a gun. And the gun that he has a patent for, he patented as a gun so no one else can use it as a gun. So he patented this technology as a gun, right? So no one else can use it. But the technology I find to be very interesting. So he has created a chamber that when you put water in it, it doesn't allow the water to turn into gas. So when you put an electrical charge through the water, making it reach boiling point almost instantaneously, instead of becoming gas, it becomes plasma and propels itself out of the chamber. So that can be used as a gun, but it can also be used for space travel without fuel, without the need, because if space is a true vacuum, you can't push against anything. But with this technology, you could travel through space without any need for fuel or anything else.
Yo, this is so crazy.
This nigga cracked space. The nigga that was the dad on Empire
No.
cracked space travel?
No. The nigga who threw Jesse Smollett in a trash can because he wore a dress him in Paris.
What happened? Like, if this is not proof that the fucking Matrix is cracking, bro.
Trash. Put him in the trash. Yo, Lee Daniels, you're fucking sick. Why'd you make that kid come out in them hills like... He came out in the hills in a wig. Terrence Howard seen that kid.
I didn't see that episode. I tried to say
he came out. It was the first episode. He came out into the hills in a wig. His mom was looking like Terrence Howard threw that nigga in the outside trash can. He picked him up, put him in the fucking trash can, and put the fucking lid on top. Yo, Lee Daniels, you sick. Whoever wrote that, y'all sick.
Damn.
That whole fucking show was sick, yo.
Damn.
The nigga who did that is the nigga who...
a public official. I can't be laughing at this.
Yo, who was re-offended.
That's
Why
wild.
would he do that?
That's wild.
Why would, like, who wrote... The whole time I'm like, yo, who wrote this? What is
But
going on?
this is a perfect example of like going into what we're going to go to next, where people tell you to stay in your lane.
Yes.
People say you're just a basketball player, don't have political opinions.
Yeah.
People say, you're a rapper, what do you know about fucking GDP and hedge funds or whatever. People say you're an actor, what do you know about space travel and physics, and what do you know about blah blah blah? Like, none of those things limit you from being anything else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
They don't.
his patent, okay, so there's been some confusion about whether his patent, he has a patent for something that is basically the basis of virtual reality. So you could argue that Terrence Howard also created virtual reality. But his patent has been cited by these companies. Now, a patent being cited doesn't mean that they're actually using your work. It means that they're using your work to show a reference point of how their work is different from your work. But the person that was making that video and saying like, oh, they didn't steal his work, they also don't know why they cited the motherfucking patent.
I can help you. I can help you out with that because I was looking that up. 80% of companies that cite patents are citing patents because they are developing technology directly off of the company. There's not any companies that randomly, directly off of the patent. There's hardly any companies. 80% of them are developing adjacent technology. So to me, it's like you're not going to cite no patent unless it was there first and you're kind of developing off that patent. Patents really don't keep your shit. There's a lot of ways I was looking up, and there's just mad ways where patents don't really keep your shit safe. Yeah, they don't really keep your shit safe. Like, you know what I mean? Especially with some of these bigger companies. They can bury you.
They can find ways around it. But all that to say, his patent has helped generate $7 trillion. Yeah. Now let that sink in. That is a number that most people can't fathom. Yeah. They can't even really understand.
And if he would have got credit for that patent, people would be calling him Elon Musk. He'd be Elon Main.
Elon Main. Elon Main.
That nigga Elon Main.
Elon Main is crazy. Let's go. That's our new name for Terrence Howard.
Elon Main.
Elon Main.
Come on, man. Elon Main.
Come on, man.
Doing that, man.
Elon Main. Yo, that's my boy.
That's crazy. That nigga was an Iron Man and everything. That's funny as hell.
Check this out, man. So, with that being said, a lot of people are trying to keep, sports players in their place and whatever that place is, or just trying to keep sports players in a box. And there's a lot of interesting things happening in women's basketball right now.
Absolutely.
And so, Lum, why don't you take it away and touch on that topic?
Yeah. Basically, we have a group of a really interesting crop of rookies in women's basketball right now. You know what I mean? I can't act like I've been catching all the games because WNBA is still kind of hard to catch a lot of the games, honestly. So I just been following Cam Brink for the LA Sparks. I've been following Angel Reese for the Chicago Sky, and I have been following Caitlin Clark for the Indiana Fever. I feel like all three of them have promise. You know what I mean? I feel like just with the limited knowledge I have with viewing and looking up the stats and just historicals. I've only been really, really watching the W probably for about 2, 3, maybe 4 years. But I feel like, Cam Brink's going to be an all-time great defender, all-time great. I feel like all three of them have a chance to be all-time great players. I'll say that off rip. But, man, are they getting welcome to the league, boy? These games are physical. Not like anything that's like, okay, out of the ordinary physical from like how pro basketball should be, but it's just, to me, it's like I'm watching the games and I'm like, okay, they letting these rookies know because they're a lot more famous than the rookies that are coming in. You know what I mean? Angel Reese she got people talk a lot about Caitlin Clark's deal. Angel Reese was made the head of basketball by Shaq before she even graduated. Shaq came and walked her out on senior night. So she's a star. You know what I mean? She's a star. Cam Brink is synonymously known for being a great player and also being known from being raised with Steph Curry. Like, they show her baby pictures with Steph Curry. The Brink and the Curry family are synonymous with each other. She has baby pictures with him. Curry comes to her game, so she's a star. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of the veterans in the league ain't necessarily feeling that, which I like because it makes the league a lot more competitive. I watched the game last night. Alyssa Thomas and Angel got into it a little bit, good spirited game. But I like Angel. Angel's really physical on the boards, you know what I mean, for her size. She makes up for what people say she lacks in size with her ferocity, you know what I mean? She's really, when the ball's up, she's on you, like at the end of the day. She's going to make contact, she's going to move, you're going to feel her every time the ball's up. From when I seen the game, she over Alyssa a little bit, so I was saying about 60 seconds, she got thrown to the floor like 3 times. By Alyssa Thomas. And it wasn't like, oh shit, but it was kind of like, oh, they're not playing. It's like she tried to box her out, boom, there was a bow, she got thrown to the floor. And then the second time down, she's on the ground, like, okay, cool. She gets back up, she gets up again, boom, she gets thrown to the floor. She's like, that time it messed her ponytail up a little bit. I was like, this is getting a little bit. She fixed herself. Third time, she gets up, goes for the board, and it was kind of like a pull down. She hit the floor, she was just there for a minute. And they actually gave Alyssa Thomas a tech.
I'm about to say, because at that
point, they kicked her out. Yeah, they kicked her out after that. Yeah. And Alyssa Thomas, probably future Hall of Famer, WNBA great, you know what I mean? But it's like they're definitely welcoming these girls, and I feel like the competition level of the WNBA is probably some of the best it's ever been. And I feel like, the basketball is finally caught up. I don't think women's basketball needed time to caught up. I think that needed time to catch up. I think the infrastructure of the WNBA needed time to catch up because even the guys and the stuff that the NBA had and the talent level that they had, it was 70 years of infrastructure to this point. The WNBA, I'm pretty sure, debuted 98, 99. So we're 24 years in for the WNBA. And we're starting to see these athletes at their peak. And I feel like it's just great because they're getting the marketing. There's a lot of stories. You know what I mean? Caitlin Clark got the first charter flight, even though everybody's getting charter flights in the league this year. She got the first one. She was playing in New York Liberty. New York Liberty has the MVP of the WNBA, Breonna Stewart. Breonna Stewart supposedly caught a charter bus to the game. So, if I'm the MVP of a league who caught a charter bus, I think about 4 hours from Indiana to get to my game. And then I got to be on Instagram watching the rookie that I'm playing catch a flight. You going to film me, bro. You going to film me, bro. Promise you. You going to film me. You going to have a long night, bro. I'm telling everybody, all right, listen, every switch, whoever she's guarding, you bring her to me. We're switching every single time. I need her on me every single time. And Breonna Stewart kind of made her feel it. You know what I mean? She gave her a pick that was like one of them full court legal. You know what I mean? But it's very physical. You know what I mean? It's definitely it's interesting. I think Caitlin Clark's averaging about 17, 18 points. Angel Reese is at 12 points and 7 rebounds. Cam Brink's averaging, I think, 3.2 blocks a game. So all those in those respects are like really, really high numbers for rookies. Some of them are all-time numbers for rookies. And a lot of people who don't watch the WNBA, their numbers aren't exactly like the NBA. All right, so like 18 points is a little different in the WNBA than what it is in the NBA. You know what I mean? So it's just been
But I think that's also good for the sport because, like I said, sports is competition. And so I think that if people want the WNBA to be bigger, they have to be okay with them competing like men. Yeah. They have to be okay with them competing like getting I was talking to Bilal and getting criticized ferocious.
And covered like men. You know what I mean?
And criticized and covered
as they get popular because the type of criticism, even me, there's like players I looked at. I told Bilal I'm watching the game. And there's a player that I'm watching in the game that I've been watching for a couple years, and I kind of feel similar. I feel the way I feel about her is the way I feel about Zion. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, we can see you out of shape. And it's not like a woman thing. It's like an athlete thing. Yo, you getting beat up the court. People are up and down in the glass on you. You look like when Zion was tired, and it's like, yo, you could be an elite player in your league, at least with my eyes, from whatever I know, just being a basketball fan, it seems like, if you drop 10, 15 pounds as an athlete.
When y'all say that, that reminds me of the way you were talking about them kids, right? You protect them so much, they don't develop. Right?
Yeah.
So that feels like the same damn thing.
There's 100%.
We scared to talk about them because they're women. They're never going to reach their.
They're never going to be able to. And they got to get absolutely. They haven't got enough attention in general and coverage to start reaching the criticism. But they're at the point where I really feel like, and I'm hoping for their sake, money's sake, just exposure's sake, that they get that type of coverage. But I feel like what a lot of people got to realize, which I feel like the athletes for the most part will, is that when they get covered like guys, you know what I mean, it's going to be a lot more harsh than how they're getting covered now because they don't got the attention. Guys get criticized for a lot of stuff, weight, or you out of shape. And Edwards is 22. He's been told, okay, you're 22 years old, you represent this entire organization, you represent the entire city of Minneapolis, you're the leader of our team, we're expecting you to take us to a championship. Go. And they're expecting him to be perfect at it. And I'm looking at him like, nigga, why you tired? You 22. Why is you tired? Nigga done play 82 games, 2 playoff series, just finish the champions. And just for me as a fan, I feel like I'm not even that judgmental. I'm looking at him as a 22-year-old. You 22 years old, you getting a day's rest. Why do you look tired at the end of all these games and everybody else don't? What is going on that I'm not seeing? And in my mind, just watching basketball, I know it's his first deep playoff run. He probably never played this much basketball in his life. Just a lot of basketball and a lot of handling the basketball. He's the primary ball handler, primary scorer, so I can understand it. But, you know, that type of criticism comes with those spots. You know what I mean? Not showing up. There's not enough people to watch the Aces game, the Aces and New York Liberty game, to criticize why Breonna Stewart had 3 turnovers, I think, in game 2 or game 3 when they had lost, and I'm saying, I think to the Aces. I'm trying to think if it was game 2 or game 3 in the final 2 minutes. There's not enough people to watch. But if enough people were watching, which they're about to start, somebody's going to bring that up. And when somebody brings that up, the sensitivity that comes around when people criticizing women is going to come out a little bit, because people are going to be like, oh, you're just criticizing her. She's doing her best. It's like, yo, she had 3 turnovers in 2 minutes. So.
That's the thing. That's the thing.
It's a close game.
Like,
it's the finals.
When we're talking about pro level of anything, that's why people get upset when we start to talk about, when sports and fans talk about their upsetness when it comes to like trans players. Yeah. That's why they get upset, is because they feel like there's a level of competition that's being introduced unfairly. Yeah. This is fair. Yeah. You know what I mean? The women that's getting it in, let them get it in. Let them get criticized. Let them get treated like NBA players. Yeah. So that their league can be as big. So we can get as close NBA.
To the money as possible. Because to get as close to the money as possible, you need all the exposure. I want to see them eat. I'm happy they're all getting charter flights.
It's almost like Brittany Griner was like the what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, now. Like the martyr of it, because her situation brought so much light to WNBA.
And also because of her situation, the part of why she was in that situation in the first place, she was in that situation because WNBA players don't get paid enough to basically live on regular salary for where they live. So they have to go overseas to make more money in the off season. Yeah. That's the whole reason she even was over Russia in the first place. So I definitely agree with that, because people tend to ask questions when people are wondering, who's Brittany Griner, WNBA player? Where she's locked up? Russia. Why the hell was she in Russia? Well, she's in Russia because she's playing for this team. Why are you playing for this team? And then we get into the conversation of wages.
Oh, they don't get paid enough. What is their bread? Well, how much bread they get?
Caitlin Clark is #1 pick. I think she's making like $70,000 a year.
Stop it. You said 70?
Yeah. She's #1 pick. So.
Bro, stop playing with me, bro.
Yeah, I think her contract's only 4.
Are you telling me that I make up more money than a professional sports player, bro?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
That is unacceptable.
I'm telling you.
I mean, that's crazy.
Now let's note she got a $20 million Nike deal, so she's a star.
No, that's extra.
That's extra money.
Extra.
Like, but yeah,
the job itself.
Yeah.
Should be paying her at least, like, I mean, if we're comparing it to NBA, she should be at least getting like $6 million.
Yeah, at least as a rookie going in with all that, like you
70
grand.
Yeah. That shit hurt to say.
Wait, and that's before
crazy.
Taxes. That's before taxes.
So she's getting a teacher's wage.
Yeah.
My principal makes more money.
Yeah, the Caitlin Clark, and she's selling out 55,000 seats a night. they had to move to a different stadium to accommodate the games. For
$70.
For at least one of them, yeah. 55, yeah.
Bro, this is sick.
Yeah, 70,000. But they're going to get a bigger break because what people don't understand is people ain't saying they need to make as much as the NBA players. They need to get a higher percentage of the WNBA profits. The WNBA, from what I've seen, the league has a higher percentage and they break them off less than the NBA breaks off the players. So they may not get as much as the NBA players, but there's more money for them out there. Let them fool you. There's more money the league got for them girls, like from what I've seen. But yeah, it was
damn.
You said we got a hard.
NCAA before NIL, you know what I'm saying? That's what they doing to them.
Yeah.
No, yeah, facts. Oh yeah,
more.
and shout out to the NCAA losing that lawsuit. Y'all gotta pay niggas now. Fuck y'all. Y'all lost. Y'all fucking lost. Y'all gotta pay niggas. Y'all gotta
and
pay.
that only makes sense, bro. Because like we were saying earlier, people tell a student, "Oh, go to school. Don't go to the league. Finish your education." If I go to the league now, and I break my ankle before I play a game, I still made more money than both my parents will make in 10 years. Yeah. And I can just go back to college.
Yeah. I hate when people say
if I stay in college and break my ankle now, I'm never getting paid.
Yeah. Now, honestly, this is for like, people who are like when people give you a draft status and like, oh, you're going to go second round. It's like, dude, the money that they pay you just insured is enough for you to go back to school. An 88-year-old can go to school.
Yeah.
A 40-year-old can go to school.
Yeah.
When you go back to college that 1 year because I want to finish my degree and you break your fucking leg, congratulations. You're making $45,000 for the rest of your fucking life and you just gave away $20 million because you decided to go back. When people used to say that all about that school crash shit, it used to because I used to be like, wait, you talking about a first-round pick should go back to school? A lottery pick? Maybe somebody who barely can make it to the league. Maybe if everybody's like, yo, you don't got no chance. Maybe you go back. But if you're getting draft evaluations,
I feel like if you're getting draft evaluations, you should always go.
You're going to make the money to go back to school.
Go, like you said, you can always go back to school. Bro.
If you fucking destroy your knee in your first NFL game, the average rookie, you get a $500,000 signing bonus. Guess what you do? You go back to school and do what the fuck you was going to do anyway. Yeah. But you took the chance.
That almost remind me of Bronny. Situation. I mean, he don't need the money, but that's his dream.
Yes, he do. That's his daddy's money.
That's true.
Yeah, nah.
He need the money.
No, he wanted. No. I'll say that. If you ask Braun, I'll say this from paying attention to both of them. If you ask Braun gonna tell you he don't need the money. If you ask Bronny gonna be like, Bronny trying to change his legal name to Bronny James. He don't want to be LeBron James Jr., so he want the money. But Braun definitely told everybody, oh yeah, don't get it twisted. His decision ain't financial. He don't need to go to the league.
He don't need
but
to do
wants
anything.
His personality. He wants to be himself.
But you do though, because as a person that's their own person, you realize like I don't want to be the person that don't have shit and just be like, oh my dad. I want my own bread.
Yeah. You don't want to be my own bread. Yeah, you don't want to be Diddy's son.
I want to pay my own cell phone bill, Dad.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You said you don't want to be Diddy's son.
Oh yeah,
you don't want to be Diddy's son.
Lost in the song.
Yeah, and y'all niggas.
He made this song against somebody.
Yeah, he did. I know we got to wrap up, so we don't got a lot of time to get into the Diddy shit. But Diddy, you gross, nigga.
Speaking of Diddy,
and your fucking son. Yo.
Cam on CNN, man.
Cam on CNN. Oh yeah, Diddy, you gross. Cancel the whole litter. That little nigga who rap, I couldn't stand his shit with Kodak Black anyway.
I don't even know.
His son rap, he trash and he's food.
Well, why you say cancel the whole litter?
He's food because that nigga defending his dad, talking about, oh yeah, my dad ain't do nothing. He's stupid as hell. He dropped a diss song and told the feds y'all looked in the wrong house. What type of slow shit?
Y'all better take up that.
What type of?
Yeah, hold up. I gotta talk about that.
What type of slow shit? Nigga dropped a diss song and told you.
All the drugs and the money and the sex tapes was in the other crib.
Like, you ain't got no control. Yeah.
Young Thug got indicted because his niggas was really running around causing mayhem.
And he was rapping about it.
And he was rapping about it.
They had records of it too. It's like, all right, well, we weren't sure that you killed the nigga March 5th. We can look at this song here where you said March 5th a nigga had to go. And then, it was it. That's how these rap. It's so easy for them to get indicted now. And niggas be like, oh, you can't use my lyrics in court. Shut the fuck. Nigga, if you talking about a direct crime, do you think these niggas are not going to use your lyrics in court? Keep fighting the fucking good fight.
I feel like if you are rapping about direct crimes, I don't care what happens to you. Because it's almost like Cam said something a while ago about snitching. I have a different take on snitching. I don't believe that people should snitch, but I think that snitching and being an innocent bystander, people got them things mixed up.
Yeah.
And what I say is that if my mom always told me not to snitch, and she always clearly defined to me that if I was doing something and I got caught doing something, then I got caught. That's what my mom always told me. You got caught. I don't give a fuck who else was doing it with you.
Yeah.
You got caught.
Yeah.
Now you got to suffer the consequences.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, if you do something in front of someone who does not know you, love you, or give a fuck about whether you live through the night, and they tell the cops on you, that's not snitching to me.
Yeah.
If I go out and beat a nigga's ass and somebody record it and put it on TikTok, I don't feel like they snitched.
Yeah, they're not snitching.
I feel like I got caught slipping.
The real issue with that was the same issue that comes with them young niggas in the street doing all that shit, is that the internet infiltrated the street and it fucked it up so much worse than it was. The internet being involved in street politics, like the internet directly being a part of the street, made everything about the street worse.
The internet's new crack.
It's new crack for dudes. Like, even when I had, like I said, I've been in certain situations similar to these dudes. That's why I relate to a lot of them, because I wish somebody would have came and told me, hey, you should cut all the beef out when niggas was on my head. I would have looked at you like you were slow. Because there ain't no cut. I can't move. I can't go nowhere. I'm down the street. What are you talking about? But the internet made it so much worse. Like, I was telling him, there's a rapper who passed away here. The day before he passed away, he was on his phone. I'm not going to say his name. He's the rapper that I like. The day before he passed away, he was on his phone. Y'all niggas pussy. I'm in y'all hood.
Yeah.
I'm in y'all hood. Hey, I'm in y'all hood. I'm in y'all hood. I'm in y'all hood. Then he go next day. Next couple days, end up getting killed. Then we got to hear all these niggas running around talking about, oh shit, there's anytime you're successful here, there's a hit on you. No, niggas are actually in the streets. When you actually in the streets, all this legit shit y'all like, when you actually in the streets,
Pittsburgh is too small.
actual street shit happens to you.
Pittsburgh is too small
You know what
to
I'm
think
saying?
that
Like,
you're gonna be.
You can't,
This
especially
is
if
not
you're
New York.
shining. Yeah.
You know what I mean? New York, you can beef with somebody that's literally an hour train ride, hour and a half in a car or more.
Yeah.
In Pittsburgh, if there is no neighborhood that is more than 20 minutes away.
Yeah.
Y'all think?
And if you
60
shining, and if you New York, there's a lot of niggas. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. In New York,
They
you're
already
full
down
of
the
stars
street.
too. If you're shining in Pittsburgh, you're really fucking shining. So if you're beefing with niggas and shitting on them, you're really fucking shitting on them. Because if you're popping here, it's a lot different than being popping in New York. You're popping with 1,000 other people. If you're popping here with some of the runs that people had, and you just decide to shit on people when you at the top, these niggas gotta hear about it. They girls is probably playing. They girls probably pulling up playing the music and shit. They probably fighting their girls and shit because of this. You know what I'm saying? They girls playing their music. They can't get away from you. Let alone if you dissing them. You know what I mean? Niggas is clowning them. It's
And
that,
then if you go
the
out,
internet.
if you go out in Pittsburgh, you know, Pittsburgh clubs play Pittsburgh hits. They don't. That's not what they play exclusively. But if there's something that's really rocking, they're gonna play it.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck who's offended in here. You know, all they know is people like this song. We gonna play this song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of DJs ain't in the mix. They not in the streets.
Yeah, they don't
A
know.
lot of DJs not in the streets.
Get punched
so they
in the
gonna,
face playing
They
the
gonna
wrong
play
song.
whatever's hot. They don't know that the nigga that got killed is right there. His cousin's right there. And I don't know if the song is hot. Press play. You know what I mean?
You gotta be careful.
And
Nigga,
so it's just
nigga, I was playing a song at the gym. I had a nigga looking at me funny. I ain't gonna say who it was. Swear to God, artist from Pittsburgh, a controversial, popular artist whose name I ain't gonna say, but it's somebody who I listen to a lot.
Yeah.
The nigga was looking at me funny when he heard that shit. He heard the name. He heard the name of the group. Soon as he heard the name, I know it was a person. Because as soon as he heard the name, he just looked up like. It was in the locker room. I was out of my head. I was trapped out. I was selling bricks, about to go lift some weights.
But it's the thing, bro. I'm not your bestie, nigga.
Yeah, like,
I'm gonna listen to what I want to listen to.
all the time. I
Yeah,
don't
whatever.
care.
You know, God bless.
Yeah, God bless. But yeah, that shit about that diss he made, indicting himself, was wild. That video with the Diddy Cassie shit was crazy, disgusting. It was crazy. I don't think I need to say that. I feel like that's an obvious thing that people need to say. That shit was wild.
I didn't think it was
nigga.
Yeah.
And now that it's out, everything
nothing to say.
that they said about you is true, nigga. I
There's
know
nothing
you
to say.
fucking blew Kid Cudi's car up. You sick, nigga. You crazy. I know, bro. I believe everything now. I believe you hung Wale off that balcony.
I never
believe it.
did. I never
I
doubted
believe
it.
I believe it.
I never
And niggas
doubted
is
it.
wild. And niggas is wild. But this is what I'm saying, bro. These niggas, and I wouldn't even blame them for shit happening like that, because at the end of the day, I don't expect everybody to be a fucking gangster wolf all the time. Everybody's not ready for war. Some people just want to make art, and you should be able to fucking make art without a nigga trying to hang you off a balcony. I think that should be allowed. You know, you shouldn't have to be a gangster to be in rap. But goddamn, nigga, like, goddamn. I'm so tired of the fucking fun. I'm just happy a lot of this phony shit is ending. Niggas be so upset when these niggas go down and these curtains get pulled back. But do you really want niggas I'm happy that there's gonna be less niggas walking around acting like they like each other and acting like they cool. While they do tenacious, wild ass shit in the scene. Authenticity. Keep it.
I'm excited for the next Kendrick album. I don't know what's gonna come.
100%. I'm excited for the next Cole album too, for real.
I'm not. I've never listened to another Cole album front to back.
Have y'all listened to him since?
I haven't.
I have not.
I have on accident because it was on my gym playlist and I just let it rock.
Is he the new
I'm never listening to him on purpose again, bro.
I'm gonna listen to him again.
Let me tell you, J. Cole is an amazing rapper, one of my favorite rappers. I'm not listening to him on purpose no more. And the reason why is because 80% of your discography is talking about how niggas don't want war with J. Cole.
Yeah,
but when niggas popped out and wanted war with J. Cole, the nigga, first of all, the nigga shot at the nigga next to you.
Yeah.
You felt the heat from the bullets and decided to shoot back. Yeah. And then said, I sorry. Yeah. Hell no.
To me, it's the offering.
I can't listen.
To me, it's the offering the chin that breaks my heart every time.
You didn't have to say nothing, bro.
You didn't have to say nothing. You could have just let it rock.
It wasn't even for you.
Kendrick wouldn't even have sent another shot. It hurt me too because I'm like, damn,
for you,
bro. Then you offered your chin. You can't offer your chin to another man and be like, all right, here's my chin. Do whatever you need. I'm gonna take it right. What is going on? Like,
yo, we running out of time.
All right, we gonna wrap it up, man. God bless J. Cole, man.
God bless.
I hope your career is prosperous, bro. I just know that like you can't say that you're gonna beat niggas up and then don't beat niggas up. And we're gonna leave it off on that. Thank you for joining the Lum LaL show. Yep. Thank you for indulging our craziness and all that.
Yeah, for sure.
We're gonna holler at you next time.
For sure. And always remember, pigs outnumber people in Wyoming 4-1. Have a good day.
Peace. So let's do a quick promotion.
I'm gonna have to come back and run that back.